The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. There's the whistle, and here we go.
There's the golden nugget, that is Paul Scholes, one of the game's unsung heroes.
And nothing seems to change him. All that adulation is the same bloke.
Agreed, but on a world level, he ought to have higher status. But he's never been one for hugging the limelight. He just loves being the quiet assassin.
The sorrow! That's a half-decent try. And that has left him in a heap. Ambitious ball here. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nicely shaped ball. Bellingham. Scholes. Serginho. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Bellingham. Rijkaard producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. And that's off target.
Oh, look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
That's an imaginative pass. Oh, played through for the wide man. Zanetti is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Bellingham. Probing pass. That has not gone well. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Aims beyond the defence. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! It's a loose ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
No goals as yet. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Searching pass he's played there. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Out towards the flank. Scholes. Osimhen! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And that was nowhere near his best. It's a searching pass. Oh, super find. Serginho. Beckenbauer has been caught there, it's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. Good ball over the top. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Can he get it through? And he's worked it through. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And this is Messi. Ronaldo, here's on to Cristiano Ronaldo! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Maldini. Maldini. Cross from Maldini. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Messi. He's being urged to shoot. And Messi! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Conte. And Scholes. And it's Conte. Van Basten. Bellingham. And here's Mbappe.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Danger averted for now. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Rijkaard did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's picked his way through.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Conte.
Have beautifully policed that mid.
Beckham! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Back when it goes. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point.
Milan ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we are back on the way.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Beckenbauer does well to get it back. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Chance, surely! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Now it's Mbappe. And he cuts out the supply. Rijkaard.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Messi tries a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Milan have their second corner now. There's the header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Messi elects to cross.
Is that the first time we've seen...
Big chance! Just wouldn't stay down for him. And we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Scholes is always looking to break lines. Now it's Van Basten. Played into space. Serginho kept his eye on it, and he's there.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.314
That's a
spettatori.
cute ball. And this is Van Basten. It's Van Basten! Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. Kante kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Ball driven towards the far post. Here's a chance! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, at least that improves their tally when it comes to shots on goal, but they have to start doing a lot better.
Bellingham. No, that's been intercepted. Conte, and he was quick to react. Howson calmly anticipates. Mbappe. Serginho. And no, that was never going to make it. Threads one in. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Well, that's a booking, always looked in.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 7, numero 21. Lasciano il campo per il numero 22, il numero 9, Van Nistelrooy.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Costa Curta. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
It's a pretty loose pass. And he's intervened well there. Maldini gets a foot in here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And the flag has stayed down. Very nicely done. Chance! It's a goal! Finally the breakthrough!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it.
Nakata! He scores! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Howson. Scholes. And it's Serginho. Serginho.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That is good alertness. Nakata. And that is a little undercooked. And the shot! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
there's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find it necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And that's going to be a booking. And that is as far as it goes. Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. What a scene this is. The locals proudly refer to this venue as the Colossus of St. Ursula. And boy, everything about this place is absolutely colossal. And already we're underway here. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much...
Goes for a shot! Goal! Milan! And that's got him off to a flyer!
The perfect show of intent. Great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. It's not an especially good pass, that. Now, can they get him away?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Szoboszlai. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bellingham. Played in deep. And he's there to clear it. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. Beckham to take it as usual.
Yeah, it may not seem important, but it is. I think the first corner can always set the tone.
Marseille are looking to go forward now. Kudus providing an outlet on that flank. That's very neat. He's had it taken off him. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Rijkaard. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. That is good alertness.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Rashford. Messi does have his name on the score sheet, of course.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And here's Rashford. Passing nice and neat. That looks a cracking ball. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Messi.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Messi. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. It's Bale! Oh, off the bar! Szoboszlai. Marseille upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it. And
decent chance! And again! He scores! Marseille are all square. João Neves duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
João Neves, midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. It's played through for him. Abiati claims comfortable. That's a lovely, neat pass. Great chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's clever. And he's quick to get it clear again. Zanetti wins the duel this time. Can he get on the end of this? Rijkaard. Bellingham. Beckham. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. There's some great running on show. Oh, he's been caught napping. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And he's well positioned here. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Adams makes the interception. Tries to pass it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he welcomes it in. Rashford was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And they can counter here. Nicely worked. And the shot! And it's a goal! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. There's a sharp little ball here, and he's picked it up out wide. And the whistle goes for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Milan are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Pass is just off target. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Marseille looking to pass their way through, and he's got the beating of his man. A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Bojan. And it's Soboslai. Rijkaard. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Adams cuts out the pass. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Beckham with the cross. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Milan have their second corner now. Keeper has taken decisive action. Marseille have the chance to go the other way. Oh, what a mistake! And that's a goal kick. Zanetti. Nicely aimed pass.
Fue de 80.314.
And he thumps it clear. Over to the left. Zanetti. Bojan. And he's straight offside.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh, that's a key interception. And now they can clear their lines. Messi being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Now it's Bojan. Now it's Rashford. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Piqué calmly anticipates.
This is the time you need that pace.
Maldini goes steaming forward. Well, played right into his path. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Rijkaard. Oh, that's well spotted. And this is Messi. Oh, perfectly measured that. João Neves. Rijkaard. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Zanetti. Cross to the back post. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Did he that? Because it had a decent chance of progressing.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Massaro.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Chance here to counter. Now it's Bale. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
João Neves. Maradona. And this is Maradona.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's En-Nesyri. That has been slung wide. And that has been cleared.
Marseille really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Milan close now to seeing this one through to the end. Now it's Bojan. Threads one in. Upamecano kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. João Neves. Maradona. That has been cut short. And we're done. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Germany against Milan.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running. Germany have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yes, and the importance of this...
And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Number 21, Jan Koller.
That's tidy.
Jan Koller.
No way through. Could move up a gear here. Driving forward. Pedri. There he goes, motoring forward. Ball swung. Big header. Now who's going to be... Oh, he's been... And another try. It's in. 2-0 and in next to no time. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Germany are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's
great chance! It's there! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Bellingham. That has not gone well. And they've got a throw. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Luis Suarez. And here's Pedri. And it's Lam. Nedved. And that pass just didn't quite work. In the end, they found themselves penned in. Nowhere to go. First quarter of an hour gone. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to pass it through. Now there's a and the shot! It's a goal! AC Milan are all square. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encourage the pass with an...
He's had a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And the keeper beats it away. And here's Beckham. He is through here. Oh, pleasingly open affair so far. Goals wherever you look. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's picked his way through. That's Nedved. Pedri. Chiellini does well to get it back. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. So who's he going to be aiming for here? No way through, so back it comes. And he's cut it out. Deftly away. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Germany clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Nedved. Massaro with 2 goals already to his name. The ball has bounced loose now. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Nedved looking tidy in possession here. Looking for options for movement. Oh, shooting chance! Goal, Germany! And they're back in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Germany take the lead. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Not the most convincing of passes. Schmeichel sends that a long way. And it's Bellingham. Zanetti. 5 minutes till the break. Milan looking to pass, tries a shot! Can he get on the end of this? Gattuso. Lahm is looking to influence the game from out wide. Oh, he's found support out wide. Massaro. Nice control.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Shot, surely! Oh, he's hit the bar! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. This possibly the last play of the half. Up he goes! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Tries to play it through. Yaya Toure. Oh, easy pickings there. Probing pass, and he can clear it away, and it's half-time here. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Just a quick request today for everybody to please kindly remove any cars parked on the road outside the stadium.
Substitution for Germany, number 19, Suarez.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Nicely weighted ball. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Threads one in. Thuram looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Thuram for Yaya Toure. Beckham gets across to intercept that. Now it's Messi. Gattuso. Nedved. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, that's fabulous. Goes for a shot! So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. So smooth, a signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Germany go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Ball is over the line. And it's Bellingham. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now, he's got space here. Nice interception, well timed. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And smartly reclaimed. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Gattuso. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's a chance for a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are pulling clear here. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So now the difference is 3.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue.
Ibrahimovic! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic! A finish right from the top draw. Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. He has given that the lot. Bang!
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
And now he has 2.
Substitutions taking place.
Germany are having a ball here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's free, he has got space. And he's heaved it away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Lahm. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Piqué. And the counter is on. Maldini. And this is Messi. Lahm. And it's Pedri. Pedri, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Well, that is one way to stop him. Ferdinand did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, he could easily have slipped that to his right just to keep the attack alive. And it looks like he...
And the finish! And yes, it's there! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive.
He gets big. Brought out the best in the keeper.
a moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Defending of the desperate variety. And he's quick to snatch it back. Flashes it. He's got goal! He's got a goal! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, I think we've reached the point when...
And the referee brings it to a close. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. The action has already started.
There's a player on this pitch who shines above the rest, and we're talking defence.
And that is?
Well, it's got to be Paolo Maldini.
Who's arguing?
Yeah, and he's a living, breathing symbol of leadership, loyalty and devotion to his craft. What a player.
Nice looking ball. Oh, that's clever. Mbappe. And that's a good ball. He's away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Chiellini. Maldini. Donatoni. Donatoni going face to face with his great rival. He's in a great position here. Messi. Messi hurtling down that right flank. And it's Salah. Good ball, good take. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Maldini. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. And it's Rodri.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that was vital. And that was very necessary. Maldini. Out to the left it goes. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. That's an imaginative pass. Nesta has a look and plays it forward. Rijkaard. Nicely worked. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Eto'o. Davids. And Donatoni. That's a cute ball. Can he latch on to this? Well timed, excellent interception. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Played back into the centre.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Spread out to the left. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, what has happened here?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he skips past his man. Big chance! Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. And he's intervened well there. Rodri. That's a lovely, neat pass. And he's managed to get rid. Messi. And they can counter here. 5 minutes till the break. Vieira. And it's Vieira. Rodri. And he's forced to go back. Thuram. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, nicely intercepted. And there's the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Milan really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually, letting themselves get dominant.
Mbappe! Sticks it away! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Now it's Eto'o. Oh, he's burst through! Succumbs to the pressure. Piqué did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, he could easily have slipped that to his right just to keep the attack alive, and it looks like he's going to learn the hard way.
Now it's Hullet. Messi. So much time and space here. Now it's Mbappe.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's superb. And the shot! It's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So that's 2 now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Indonesia can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
No, that's been intercepted. Opts for safety. And that is out of play.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 7. Viene sostituito con il numero 79.
Oh, that is a nice touch. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Chance here to counter. Now it's Messi. And he's worked it through. Oh, that's well spotted.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's been cut out, well played. Rodri. Now it's Neymar. Neymar.
That was lovely, that.
Now the ball in. Cleared without hesitation.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Now it's Eto'o. And this is Ronaldo. That's good vision. And this is Ronaldo. There's no flag. Thuram gets rid without sophistication. Hullet. And here's Eto'o. Maldini with a definite foul there.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9. Lascia il campo per il numero 18. Forlan.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Bale has it in a wide position. Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Davids. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Can he get it through? And this is Bale.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, it's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Milan can consider themselves just about safe now. Davids. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
There's a sharp little ball here. Threads one in. Thinks about the... Goes for a shot! Isco, Pele, and the number on the board is 3. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Isco. It's Isco! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Nicely weighted ball. And the through ball. Just the goalkeeper. He's had a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up. And there goes the final whistle. Milan looking by any yardstick formidable. Truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.